The other day we talked about Silk Road, the drug marketplace that's receiving some scrutiny from authorities in the US and abroad. As we mentioned, black markets like the Silk Road are made possible by onion routers like Tor, as well as Bitcoin, the peer-to-peer virtual currency. Now, partly because of their relative newness and partly because of their association with sites like Silk Road, Bitcoin's carried sort of a dicey aura, you could say. A Bitcoin is essentially a string of code that you can acquire, send, and trade, and whose value depends on the volume of trading. And surely enough, the Bitcoin marketplace isn't exactly what you'd see at NASDAQ. There's a lot of gambling, gaming sites where you can play for Bitcoin, and many other very creative exchange systems, like one site called Outrageous Requests, where people can literally beg for Bitcoin by posting their sob stories. Among the goods you can buy with Bitcoin are music, art, games, services, pretty much anything. That is, pretty much anything a small online retailer that is willing to accept the currency is selling. In other words, a whole lot more than just drugs, guns, porn, and games of Texas Hold'em, etc. But the true status of Bitcoin may be changing as we speak. Last November, WordPress announced that it would begin accepting Bitcoin transactions the same way it would, say, PayPal. This would be the first mainstream service provider to accept the alternative currency. And this week, a new site popped up allowing you to order Domino's Pizza using Bitcoin. Pizza Hut and Papa John's coming soon. And other companies like Coinbase are trying to make Bitcoin simpler to use for consumers and for merchants. Today, we spoke with Fred Ehrsam of Coinbase, who pointed out that they are the first Bitcoin-based service to collaborate with major banks on facilitating transactions. They've also implemented bank-level procedures for protecting your info. Now, what it does is provide you with a digital wallet that lets you keep track of transactions and what looks like a simplified version of what you'd see in your own checking account. By linking your bank account as you would on PayPal, you can easily buy and trade Bitcoin. And with just a simple embed code, merchants can add the button to their sites, allowing them to accept Bitcoin payments. But why would you use Bitcoin over, say, PayPal? As Ehrsam points out, using Bitcoin for overseas transactions eliminates fees and wait periods associated with credit cards and currency conversions, essentially making it by far the most efficient type of transaction.
Which is really sort of what we're focused on at Coinbase, like why we want to support what we believe to be an objectively more efficient payment mechanism. We're sort of seeing tech early adoption at the edges, and I think it'll become increasingly more mainstream.
And judging by the current rate of adoption across the web, this is a compelling reason for many. So while Bitcoin may once have been the currency of drug fans and hardcore libertarians, at least according to stereotypes, soon it may be as commonplace as a PayPal. And for existing Bitcoin users, you can look forward to a lot more pizza delivery options. Have you ever used Bitcoins? How did it go for you? Leave us your comments below, tell us your story, and don't forget to subscribe. For TFN, this is Annie.